Hello! Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be doing a leg workout. We'll be starting with some side lunges. I'll be having my foot elevated on a yoga block. It's about 6 inches in height. If you have anything like it, feel free to use it. If not, totally fine. We're just going to do normal side lunges then without the foot elevated. Having your foot elevated just gives greater depth to the exercise, allowing you to go a little deeper and get a little more engagement. The next part of that superset, so we'll be doing side lunges first, and then going right into front foot elevated split squats. So my front foot's gonna be on this yoga block or whatever you have at home, and we're just gonna be doing split squats. And then for our next superset, we'll be doing hip banded RDLs. I'll show you what those look like when we get there, but it involves a little band work over there. And then the second exercise of that superset will be hip thrusts. I'll be doing them on this lovely bench back here. So that will be it for the supersets. We'll move on to the single leg pistol squat iso hold. We'll have a kickstand and I'll be doing it over the bench. Again, I'll demonstrate when we get there. And then we'll finish up with single leg calf raises. And then we'll be on with our day and feeling a lot better than we did before the workout, hopefully. All right, we'll get started with those side lunges. If you have something to elevate that foot, feel free to use it. I hope you can see mine on the screen so you can see what my foot looks like on this block. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not wobbling off this thing. It does add an element of balance, and we don't want you hurting yourself during one of our exercises. So just be careful, be mindful of what you can and can't do, but I'm excited for you to join me. We're gonna go 3 sets of 8 for these side lunges, 8 per leg. So let's get started. When you're doing these side lunges, you want to sit back like you're sitting into a seat. I can show you a side view on this next set. Let's get one more. Awesome. We'll go to the other side, and I'll give you a side view for this one. Got my foot on the block here, and I'm going to sit back. We're going for 8 again. Keeping that chest up. And one more. Awesome. So those are the side lunges with the foot elevated. You can always add weight if you want to. I won't be adding weight today. I will be adding weight to these split squats. Just for the side lunges, with this addition of a block, if I have weights in my hand and I do lose balance on this block, I'd rather not have weights in my hand if I need to catch myself. All right, we'll be going on to those front foot elevated split squats. This one I will be using weight for. And I hope you can see the block. I'm just putting my front foot long ways on the block so that it provides the most balance and stability for me. I'll be grabbing my weights, and we're going again for 8 reps on each side. So when you're doing this, you want to aim for 90-90 with the knees and the legs. Woo! Little balance involved here. So we're going to go for 8. We'll get started. There we go. We'll go to the other side. Also, if you hear my deep breathing, because this is my first workout back from vacation. So, sorry for that. We'll go for 8 on this side as well. Woo, my balance is off today. And you don't want your knee to hit the ground, you want it to just hover. Adding this elevation of the front foot allows you to go just a little bit deeper without hitting your knee on the floor. And this will be 8. That's awesome. Perfect. We got 2 more rounds of each of these. Let's take a little rest between. I know I need it. So again, we're coming back to that foot elevated side lunge. I hope this is all going smoothly for you, especially if you're using an elevated surface, and that everyone stayed upright. We don't want anyone falling over with these. All right, we'll get going in 3, 2, 1. 8 reps on each side. Remembering to sit back when you get into that bottom. And you want your knee and your toes to be aligned. You don't want to go over or under. Good. There. I'll show you what it looks like if your knee isn't aligning with your toes. This is what you don't want to do. Is out here. So my toes are pointing this way, my knee is going this way. We want everything in line. So if your toes are pointing out slightly, you want your knee to follow. And if your toes are pointing forward, you want your knee to follow that way. My toes tend to go forward, so that's where my knee is going. All right, 8 on this side. And this is 8. Awesome. Let's get back to that front foot elevated split squat. The idea of supersets is that in between each exercise, there is limited rest. So we want to go from one exercise right into the other. So 8 on each side here. We got 2 more. Awesome, let's go to that other side. We'll get going here. We got 8 of these. We got 2 more. Good there, let's take our rest. All right, how we feeling? How we feeling? I know I'm already tired. We got a lot to go. Also, I forgot to mention, on these side lunges, if that impact of stepping and squatting into that side lunge is hurting that knee, the ankle, the hip, let's slow it down. Let's just do split squat side lunges. So split squat is just meaning you're not adding that step into it. So you're just out here, going down and back up. You're still working those muscles, you're just not adding that explosive nature to it. All right, let's get going here in about 5 more seconds. Getting some good rest in between. Back to those side lunges in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This is the last round of these. And this is 8. Remember, keep that chest up, keep those toes and knees aligned, and have some fun. right, we'll go to that other side for 8. One more, here we go. Good. All right, let's get set up for that front foot elevated split squat. Last round of this. 8 on each side. Here we go. I also realized I failed to show you the side view of this one, so I'll show you on my other leg when we get there. We got 3 more. This is 8. Awesome job. Go to that other side. I'm going to set up so I can show you that side view. All right, here we go. This is what it should look like from the side, getting set up, and then repping for 8 without me falling over. 2 more. And 8. Awesome work. Let's take some well-deserved rest there. No more front foot elevated for the rest of this. I know that'll be so exciting for some of you. I know it will be for me. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. Man, oh man. That first workout back. In a sweater too. That's no fun. Whew. So, the next exercise we'll be doing are those banded RDLs. So, if you're at a gym, or if you have these, this is the band I'm using. I'm using the black one because it typically has the most resistance. I believe that is how it is here. You're gonna attach it to a sturdy point. I've got this lovely ballet bar here. Just pulling it through. And again, this is gonna help with bringing those hips back during that RDL. So sometimes you can use a bench to make sure those calves stay on, but this band is gonna pull those hips back. So you wanna step out to where if you don't engage those muscles, that band's gonna pull you back. So when you're doing your RDL, you're gonna push those hips back, keep those weights against your legs, and then stand up, driving through those glutes and hamstrings, which is another great factor of using a band, because it gives you something to resist against, to remember to, oh my gosh, I need to use those glutes. All right, I hope that makes sense. We're gonna get going. We're doing another 3 rounds of 8. So when we're doing 3 rounds of 8, your weights wanna be just slightly heavier than when you're going for more reps, because you want less weight for more reps so you can crank out more reps. 8 reps, you can use just a slightly heavier weight so you can get all the work you need to. I hope that makes sense too. I'm gonna grab my weights here. I'm just using the same weights throughout the workout, so don't base it off mine. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get set up. We're going 3 rounds of 8. So the band is just at my hip height. I'm gonna walk out, pick up my weights nice and safely. This looks like a good starting position. I have a slight forward lean here actually, because those are my muscles engaging and preventing me from being pulled back in. All right, I hope you're ready. If you need, pause this video right here so you can get all set up before we start. But we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Drive those hips back. Just below those knees, drive up. We're going for 8. Keeping those toes on the floor. They're gonna wanna come up because the band's pulling you. Yeah, just keep resisting it. got 2 more here. Awesome job. We're gonna get out of this contraption and onto those hip thrusts. All right, so I'm just gonna use the weight that I've been using because that's the easiest for me right now. But you're gonna set the weight about your hip height. Get set up on a bench, or if you're at a gym or have access to a Smith machine or a bar, and that's what you like using for your hip thrusts, go for it. I'm not saying this is the only way to do it. This is just how I'm gonna do it today. So you're gonna set up with the bench just below those shoulder blades, feet flat on the ground. You wanna drive through those heels so you work those glutes and hamstrings. I got my weight sitting on my hip pelvis area because that's where I wanna drive through. You're gonna keep your chin tucked. Do you see my head's way out here? No. Tuck that chin and get ready to go. I can rest my hands on the weight to make sure it doesn't fall. You can put them out to the side, whatever's most comfortable. You're gonna go as far down as you can and then drive up. We're gonna go 3 rounds. We're gonna go 3 rounds of 8. At 8, we're gonna pulse it out for 10 seconds. I'll show you what that looks like. So this is a full rep. And then up here, you're gonna pulse. So just like 1 to 2 inches down and then drive right back up. This is gonna burn those glutes and hamstrings out, but it's awesome, it works great. All right, you can get set up. We're gonna do these hip thrusts, 8 reps, 3 times. All right, here we go. We got 3 more, and then we're pulsing. Once we're at the top, pulse for 10. And this is 10. Awesome job. Slowly work your way back up. How are you feeling? How'd that go? Check in with your body. See if anything was painful. You want to make sure that your core is engaged throughout all these exercises to protect that back. Making sure we're driving through these heels so that you engage all of that lower body posterior chain to engage all the muscles you can to support your body through these movements. If anything's painful, don't do it. Correct if you know what the problem is. If not, find an alternative, ask us for an alternative, and we'll work through it. All right, we're gonna get back to these banded RDLs. We've got 2 more sets of each. Get into your contraption. I also forgot to mention, I think, that if you don't have a band, don't worry about it. This is just an added thing to this movement. If you've got a chair or a bench at home, use that, and I'll show you real quick. You get some extra rest time. So you want to line your calves up with the bench. Here we go. And you want to keep those calves touching the bench, pushing the bum backwards, all the way down and drive up. You can still drive through those glutes just as well. It's just this added resistance that makes sure you engage those glutes as best you can. If you have this resistance, awesome. If not, totally fine. You can still do this exercise. All right, we're gonna get ready for those RDLs. Again, we're going for 8 reps. So find that resistance if you've got it. If not, let's get going. Drive those hips back, just below the knees, the weights, and drive back up. We got 7 more. Perfect. That looked great. Get out of your contraption. We're gonna come back to those hip thrusts. This one's going a little bit faster than the last one, which is kind of nice. The last one you had to do each side. This one you can just do one set of each and then you go on. Get set up for those hip thrusts. Remember, shoulder blades, just below the shoulder blades is where the bench should hit. Tuck that chin, engage that core, drive through those heels. Come down and back up. We're gonna go for 8 reps and then 10 reps of pulsing. Last one, then we're pulsing. 8, 9, 10. All right. We got one more round. Take a little rest, take a little breather. Then we're gonna go on to our finishers after this. How we feeling? How we feeling? I know I'm sweating up a storm in this sweater. Not a good idea on my part. I'm gonna get ready to go for this last round of banded RDLs or bench RDLs if you've got the equipment. Whew. All right. You can grab your weights. We'll get going in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Remember, 8 reps. Drive through those glutes and hamstrings. Two more. Awesome. Those go by like a breeze sometimes. That's the last of those in this workout. We got one more set of 8 hip thrusts and 10 pulses. All right, here we go. Get set up. Bench just below those shoulder blades. Chin tucked, engage that core. Drive through those glutes and hamstrings. Here we go. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, and pulse. 8, 9, 10. There we go. Whew. Take a breather. We're gonna move on to our 2 finishers. And then that is all for this leg workout. Grab some water if you need. You're doing great. The next thing we're gonna be doing is a single leg pistol squat iso hold. All right, so this bench is in the perfect spot. So pistol squat is a single leg squat, but we're gonna kickstand it because I don't want you falling over. So one leg out in front is just your kickstand. That's for balance. It should have this much of your body weight to it. This supporting leg is what we're working on. We want most of our weight on this leg. We're gonna squat down. We're gonna hold this position. You're just gonna be right hovering above this bench or a chair, whatever you've got. Go as low as you can without pain. That is the key. We're gonna be holding this for 15 seconds, and 15 seconds only. Then we're gonna go to the other side, 15 seconds. We'll take a break. We're gonna do it one more time through, and then we'll move on to our single leg calf raises. How we doing? Sound good? All right, pick your poison, left or right leg to be your kickstand, the other one to be your support. We're gonna squat down here. I'll get my timer ready to go. We're going for 15 seconds of this iso hold. Squat down here, timer's been started. Keep that core engaged. use your muscle. You should be pretty fatigued by now. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go right into that other side, squat down. Got that timer started? Here we go. Remember, majority of the weight in that supporting. This one, if you wanted to, you could take it off the floor, but it's there for balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Take that rest. We got about 20, 30 seconds here. Then one more time through. It's okay if your leg's shaking, so is mine. It's just a nice finisher to the work that we've done today. All right, let's get ready. We will go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Got that timer started. Engage those muscles. If you want, you can take that foot off the floor. We got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Going right into that other side. Got you on the clock. Here we go. Keep it up, we're almost there. In 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, how'd that go? It's a nice little burnout towards the end. We're gonna finish with single leg calf raises. We're gonna do 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other, and then we are done. I might be happier than you are. I'm gonna go cool off after this. So if you need, absolutely find a surface that's sturdy for these single leg calf raises. You can use a kickstand on this as well. If your balance needs it, go for it. But we're just gonna be going up and down. If you're using a kickstand, you might wanna point that front foot so it stays in contact with the floor the whole time. For your balance up top, try and use 1 or 2 fingers for balance, not your whole hand. You don't want to be gripping that thing with the death grip. You want to make sure that this still targets those calves. So you don't want it to be an upper body exercise. Hope that makes sense. But we're going to get going here. About 5 seconds. So pick your poison, pick your left or right leg, and we will get going for 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Just up and down, nice and easy. Work that posterior chain all the way down. We're about halfway, keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're gonna go right into that other side. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. You guys did such a great job today. This is quite the way to finish. Nice and relaxed. We're halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Thank you so much for working out with me and dealing with my heavy breathing and weird sweating. I had such a great time. I hope you did too. And I hope your legs are kind of on fire after that. I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great day.